Okay, we are live on YouTube. This is a double pilot table read featuring the scripts Hoff's Horror Tales, Curse of the Were Pit, and Entourage of Hacks, written by me. Oh yeah, the first script written by Hoff Matthews, right here. And let me introduce our amazing cast. We got Emily Jira, Rachel Sondag, Meryl Hathaway, Nick Pupo, Nina Concepción, Nick Luciano, Courtney Perdue, and Hoff Matthews. Hoff, do you want to say anything about the script before we start?
Sure. It's a pilot for a theoretical horror anthology show, which, if you're familiar with like Tales from the Crypt, this is completely different and a completely original thing, which has never been done before. And I hope you all enjoy.
Awesome. Okay, Hoff's Horror Tales, Curse of the Were Pit, written by Hoff Matthews. Act 1, interior subway train night. The train is half empty and quiet as it pulls into a station. The doors open and Hoff Matthew walks in wearing a hooded cloak and gesturing theatrically.
Greetings, rabies and boogeymen. It's me, comedian Hoff Matthews, who's ready for one of my famous tales of terror.
The commuters sigh and roll their eyes, trying to ignore Hoff.
I'm here to disturb your commute with a story so horrifying not even the Daily News would print it.
A tourist family gawks at Hoff and takes pictures with their phones.
This is a story of man's best fiend, a purebred tragedy, which...
A little kid holds out $1 for Hoff, who takes it.
Thank you. Which will have you howling for more. This is Curse of the Were Pit.
A flash of lightning and thunder brings us up to title, Curse of the Were Pit. Exterior apartment building night. Keith and Dave, both in their 20s, are taking moving boxes out of the back of a parked truck and carrying them toward an aging brick apartment building.
Every time I move, I can't believe how much stuff I actually own. Have I been a hoarder this whole time?
You think you've got a lot of stuff? Try collecting vinyl.
Yeah, well, you've got no one to blame, but yourself.
As Keith opens the front door of the building, a dog suddenly jumps out at him, barking loudly. Keith steps back, startled. Eddie, 50s, follows, holding the dog on a leash.
He's just playing around.
Keith glares at Eddie as he passes by, then continues into the building's vestibule with Dave. Interior apartment building continuous.
Yeah, playing around with the idea of eating us. Jesus.
You're just a cat person. I appreciate a good doggo.
Whatever. At least it wasn't a...
As Keith and Dave exit the vestibule onto the main floor, they see a middle-aged woman, Jada, walking a pit bull on a leash.
Good evening, ma'am.
Jada stares back, not responding. As she passes by, we see a pentagram charm sparkling on the pit bull's collar. Keith looks back to make sure Jada is out of earshot. Then,
Christ, I didn't know there was a pit bull in this building. Maybe we should ask for a rent reduction or...
Oh, pit bulls are supposed to be really sweet.
Yeah. I know they're perfect angels if they're not mistreated. Every animal's nice if you raise it in a Montessori school, but if a Pomeranian happens to not get the proper socialization, it still can't crush my skull in its jaws.
So what? You think all pit bulls should just be put down?
No, I just think they should be sterilized. Spay them and let them, let God sort them out.
Interior apartment building night. The apartment is filled with unpacked boxes. Keith and Dave sit at a table, empty pizza boxes and beer cans in front of them.
Nice work, roomie.
You too.
Keith gets up.
All right, I'm gonna turn in. Got to get back at the aggregated news video salt mines bright and early tomorrow.
Sleep tight.
Oh, I expect to. After this move, I'm ready to just fall into bed and pass out.
Interior Keith's bedroom night. Keith is lying down in bed. There's a dog howling somewhere outside. Keith presses a pillow against his ears in frustration. Exterior apartment building night. A full moon hangs in the sky. The howling continues. Interior Keith's bedroom night. Keith continues tossing and turning. He reaches out and checks the alarm clock by his bed. It's 5:30.
Ah, shit.
Keith jumps out of bed. Interior apartment building night. Keith races down the stairs, pulling on a jacket and his backpack as he goes. Exterior apartment building night. Keith bursts out the front door, not seeing that the Pitbull and Jada are right outside on their way in. Keith trips over the dog and it yelps, spins around and bites him on the leg. Keith cries out and falls to the ground. The dog barks at him as Jada holds it back with the leash.
Albert, no.
What the hell?
Jada pulls the dog into the building and disappears down the hall.
Where the hell are you going, lady? Your dog just bit me.
Keith looks down at his leg. There's a clear bite mark from which blood is trickling down onto the sidewalk.
Oh, shit.
Interior apartment bathroom night. Keith rushes into the bathroom, dropping his bag and jacket, and starts rinsing off his wound in the tub. Dave wanders over, dressed in pajamas and looking groggy.
What's going on?
That sweet-tempered pit bull downstairs bit me. That's what's going on.
Did you provoke it?
I tripped over it. It was underfoot, but thanks for blaming the victim.
Jesus, that's nasty. Have you called your doctor?
My doctor? What am I, Bill Gates? I'm already late for work anyway.
Keith takes out his phone.
But I am going to call animal control.
You sure? As newcomers in a gentrifying community, we're not supposed to call the police. I don't know if that applies to animal control or not.
Cancel me.
Keith dials and holds the phone up to his ear. Interior subway train day. Keith is riding in the crowded train. He lifts one foot to scratch at a bloody bandage on the other leg. Interior subway station day. Keith crosses through a turnstile and heads toward the exit stairs. There he sees Andrea, 40s, approaching the stairs with a child in a stroller. Keith blinks and squints, and we suddenly see the scene from his perspective and in black and white. He moves toward the mother and child, the camera drifting along the ground until...
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like help with that?
Thanks. That is so sweet of you.
Keith grabs one side of the stroller. Andrea grabs the other, and they start ascending the stairs. Keith checks his watch.
Oh, man, I'm really running late. I've got this, ma'am.
What?
Keith lifts the stroller away from Andrea and holds it up in the air with one arm as he bounds energetically up the steps. At the top, he sets the stroller down and strides away.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Andrea continues up the steps, bewildered. Interior office day. Keith walks hurriedly over to his station at a row of computers in open office layout. Tanya, 40s, looks up from the station next to Keith's.
Keith, there you are. Everything all right?
Keith takes off his jacket and sits down.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I'm late. I got attacked by this pit bull in my building.
You got attacked by a pit bull? Are you okay?
Yeah. I actually feel kind of energized. It's the adrenaline, I guess. I feel really bad about being late, but what can I do to help?
Well, Daily Conservative wants a video on the city's new school lunch program. No, they're not our favorite clients, but...
No, that's great. I'll get right on it.
Keith starts up his computer.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah. I feel like I'm like straining at the leash.
Tanya nods, but continues looking askance at Keith. Interior apartment kitchen day. Dave is making breakfast. He looks out the window and sees animal control truck parked outside and rushes out of the apartment. Interior apartment building hallway. 2 uniformed animal control officers are walking down the hallway towards the exit. Dave appears at the bottom of the stairs and runs after them.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm the roommate of the guy who got bitten by that pit bull. Did you guys catch it?
There's no dog in that apartment, sir.
Right, just a fox.
Dukas, I will report you again.
There's no dog.
If you see the animal again, give us a call.
The officers leave. Dave looks back at the unit where the pit bull leaves. An old man is watching him through the door, wearing the pentagram charm that was around the dog's neck. End of Act 1. Act 2, interior, school cafeteria day. We see stock footage of kids in line for lunch. Keith's voiceover is duplicated in colorful captions at the bottom of the screen.
And with free lunches awaiting them on the taxpayer's dime, our city's neediest children will be deprived of the chance to learn how to forage for themselves. Some might call that child abuse.
Cut to a still image of Bill Clinton standing next to Jeff Epstein.
But what else do you expect from the liberal elite?
Interior office day. Tanya is sitting next to Keith watching the school lunch video finish playing on Keith's monitor.
Good work. I mean, I hate it, but it's perfect.
Jamie, 40s, walks up to Tanya and Keith.
Hey guys, heads up. The Daily Conservative client is on site.
Jamie steps away and Tanya looks up to see Bill Blunky, 40s, wearing a suit and bow tie approaching. He looks mad. Tanya gets up to greet him.
Hi, you must be Bill.
Yes, I'm Bill Blunky, Daily Conservative Editor-in-Chief. I assume you're Tanya?
Yes, it's so nice to meet you in person after all our emails.
I wish I could say the same. Is your supervisor in?
No, I don't think he'll be in the office until later. Why?
I just thought we'd have a discussion about this.
Bill holds up his phone. On screen is a tweet from Tanya's personal account reading GOP stands for gross old putzes.
Oh, that was just a little joke.
Oh, I got it. I just don't view our country's greatest institutional defender of constitutional originalism and moral values as a joke.
Bill gets up in Tanya's face.
And I think maybe my liaison at this company should be someone who isn't inclined to laugh at my beliefs.
Keith stands up.
Hey, you can't talk to her like that.
Keith, it's fine.
Excuse me? Who are you?
This is Keith, one of our producers. Keith, have a seat.
You leave Tanya alone. She's a good person.
Yeah, well, maybe she needs to get a little more good at maintaining journalistic impartiality online.
Maybe you need to get a little more good at dressing yourself, you bow tie Poindexter. Bow tie?
Tanya holds Keith back as he steps towards Bill, who backs away. Everyone in the office is watching. For a moment, we see Bill from Keith's perspective, up close and in black and white.
Nerd!
Keith, let's step aside for a moment. Sorry, please excuse him. He's just playing around.
Tanya pulls Keith aside. Jamie steps up to Bill.
Sorry about that, sir. We all think your bow tie is very becoming.
Tanya addresses Keith once they're all out of earshot of everyone else.
Keith, what are you doing?
You can't come in here and act like that. This is our territory.
Our territory? Keith, I think that dog attack might be affecting you more than you thought. Why don't you go home and relax?
But what about you?
I'll be fine. Go home, Keith.
Keith slowly starts to step away, looking at Tanya with puppy dog eyes.
Go.
Keith keeps slinking away slowly, looking back.
Go on, get out of here.
Keith doesn't move. Tanya throws a pen at him, and he finally scampers off. Exterior street day. Keith walks down the sidewalk aimlessly. He sees a squirrel and charges towards it.
Hey!
The squirrel runs away. Keith looks up to see a small tree growing near the curb. He stops and sniffs it, then unzips his fly and starts peeing on the tree.
Excuse me.
Aaron, 30s, is on the sidewalk looking at Keith incredulously and pointing at a sign posted near the tree. Please do not let your dog pee here. It's bad for plants.
But I'm a person.
Interior apartment night. Keith is sitting at the living room table, an empty dinner plate in front of him. Dave is on the couch with a bowl of ramen.
And yeah, they said there was no dog in the apartment. Maybe it was hidden somewhere.
Weird.
You're afraid you'll run into it again?
The Pipple? Oh, I hope so. I think I could take him.
Like in a fight? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I've been feeling really weird all day.
Keith gets up and steps over to the window.
Well, that's understandable. It sucks that this happened as soon as we moved into a new building.
As Dave talks, Keith gazes out the window and sees the full moon over the horizon. Keith's body starts to change. Hair sprouts from his skin, the muscles on his torso bulge, and claws sprout from the ends of his fingers. Dave doesn't notice.
It's so stressful to not feel secure in your own home. My last roommate was a real monster.
Dave looks up to see Keith dropping to the floor as his hands transform into paws and his face elongates into canine features, complete with sharp fangs.
Gah!
Keith finishes transforming into a pit bull and steps out of the clothes he's left piled onto the floor. He looks at Dave on the couch and pads towards him. Dave shrinks back in fear.
Nice doggy.
Pit Keith sniffs at Dave, sits, and looks at Dave expectantly.
Keith? Is that you?
Pit Keith turns and trots into the kitchen. Dave remains frozen on the couch until he hears a demanding yip, at which point he slowly gets up and follows. Pit Keith is standing by the door to the hall. He turns and whimpers at Dave.
You want to go out? I don't know if I can let you out.
Pit Keith growls.
Okay. Nice dog.
Dave cautiously steps over and opens the door. Pit Keith slips out into the hall. Dave quickly shuts the door behind him and secures all the locks.
What the fuck?
Interior stairwell, night. Eddie is walking up the stairs with his dog.
Well, tired from your walk, Fido? You want to go up and watch Fox News? Well,
Pit Keith suddenly jumps out from the corner, barking. Eddie jumps back and screams. Pit Keith leaps at him and rips his head off, spraying blood everywhere. Eddie's dog is barking. Pit Keith lunges at it as well. Exterior city, night. Police sirens wail in the night. Exterior townhouses, night. A quiet, expensive neighborhood. Interior dining room, night. A spacious, well-furnished apartment. Bill Blunky is sitting at the table with an empty plate and a glass of wine, looking at his phone. His wife, Margaret, is clearing the dishes.
Finished, dear?
Bill grunts. Margaret takes his plate and heads to the adjoining kitchen.
My God. Apparently a man had his head ripped clean off his body in a dog attack tonight.
Oh, dear. Is he all right?
No, Margaret. His head was ripped off. Must have been a pit bull. They're bred for killing. God forbid anyone ever get one past our co-op board.
Uh-huh.
There would go the neighborhood. That's for sure. And the
And
property values for that matter.
And you know that they're not paying any taxes.
I'm talking about dogs here, Margaret.
Suddenly, Pit Keith crashes through the townhouse's bay windows and attacks Bill. Margaret screams. Pit Keith rips Bill's throat out, tearing off his bow tie, along with it in a spray of blood and gore. Exterior sidewalk deck. Keith jolts out of sleep. It's early in the morning and he's lying nude on the sidewalk, curled up next to a couple of dogs and their sleeping crust punk owner. Keith looks around a moment, dazed, and then sneaks off. Interior apartment day. Dave is at the table drinking coffee with his laptop open to a WebMD page for lycanthropy. There's a knock at the door, causing Dave to nearly jump out of his skin. Dave goes over to the peephole and sees Keith outside with a cardboard box wrapped around the lower half of his body.
Keith?
Dave, it's me. I'm open up. I lost my keys and my phone.
Where have you been all night?
I don't know. Will you open the door, please? I'm wearing a U-Haul box as pants out here.
Dave lets Keith in.
Thank you. Did something weird happen last night?
Yeah, man. You turned into a fucking pit bull.
Okay, see, I remember that happening, but it still seems implausible.
What else do you remember?
Nothing. I had some nightmares before I woke up, but even those have mostly faded.
Well, I think you may have killed some people.
What?
Dave takes out his phone and pulls up articles about the dog attacks.
2 people died in dog attacks last night. One was in our building, and the other was that guy you were saying you got into an argument with at your job, and they haven't caught the dog.
Keith takes the phone and reads a little, shaken.
Well, we don't even know if this was a pit bull or people actually, predisposed to identify dangerous dogs as pits. That's why breed-specific legislation.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's not the point. Look, maybe we should call the police.
The police go. God forbid we ever file a noise complaint, but I'm on the hook for a capital crime, and now you're Blue Lives Matter.
They're going to make the connection sooner or later. Obviously, you wouldn't do this in your right mind, so I just think...
Keith glares at Dave and hums menacingly.
Are you growling at me?
Keith looks taken aback.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, well, look, if we're not going to the police, we have to do something.
Interior apartment building hallway, night. Keith and Dave are standing outside the door of the pit bull apartment. Keith knocks. After a moment, Jada opens the door slightly, leaving the chain on.
What do you want?
Hi, I'm Keith Sweeney.
Dave Masella.
This is kind of an awkward way for us to officially meet, but I think your dog turned me into a werewolf.
Interior Jada's apartment, night. Keith and Dave sit in Jada's small living room, which is decorated with lots of candles. Across from them are Jada and Albert. Albert, the old man Dave saw in the hallway the day before.
You are a chugahoo, a shapeshifter. Every full moon you will transform into the beast which cursed you.
So you're a dog.
That was no dog. It was my father, Albert.
Jada nods toward Albert.
He became a chugahoo when I was just a girl.
Isn't he dangerous? I mean, when he transforms?
Not if I am with him and we are not attacked. He obeys me. There are no evil Chugahoo, only evil masters.
She stares daggers at Dave.
Don't look at me. I'm not Keith's master. I can't even get him to come to DSA meetings.
Yeah, Wednesdays aren't good for me. Look, what am I supposed to do now? I mean, is there like a cure?
Okay, this is your first moon. If we act now, there may still be a chance to break the curse. Okay, come with me.
Jada stands and Keith and Dave get up to follow her. Jada stops Keith.
Not you. Okay, the beast within you is not yet tamed. It is best for you to keep yourself locked up for now.
Keith looks sad.
But I want to go for a walk.
Jada looks at her watch.
You have time for a walk before moonrise, but go straight back home after and lock your door. Come, Papa.
Wait, you're bringing him? I guess you guys have been playing fast and loose this long. Why stop now?
You would rather I keep my father locked up like a criminal, or that we move to some cave or swamp?
You say that like it's unreasonable, but he is a literal monster.
Is that what you'll do if I don't help you today?
Jada and Keith stare at each other. Keith starts growling. Albert starts growling at Keith. Keith's growl trails off into a cough.
Just clear my throat. Calm down. Are we going?
Exterior apartment building day. Jada, Albert, Keith, and Dave exit the building.
Okay, we'll need special materials. I know a shop which sells them.
Exterior subway station day. Jada, Albert, and Dave walk down the steps into the station. Keith stays behind at street level. Dave gives him one last worried look.
It is in a dark corner of the city, a place few people ever visit.
Interior subway train night. Dave, Jada, and Albert are riding the train. One passenger is carrying a small dog in a bag. It barks at Albert.
They sell rare items, powerful charms, forbidden books.
Exterior street night. Dave, Jada, and Albert walk along a city street where all the buildings look very old.
Strange artifacts from around the world.
Jada leads them to a storefront on the corner. It's a pret-a-manger.
Okay, well, it used to be right here.
Now what are we going to do?
Jada takes out her phone.
All right, let me see if I can find it on Etsy.
It's the end of Act 2. Act 3, exterior apartment building day. Keith checks his watch as he opens up to the front door of the building. As he starts to open the door, he looks over and sees a squirrel on the sidewalk. The squirrel looks back at Keith, almost tauntingly. Keith stares longingly at the squirrel, then sighs.
Another day.
Keith opens the door and goes into the building. Interior office day. Tanya is at her workstation talking with homicide detective Rowley.
I don't understand. I thought there was just some mad dog on the loose.
We have to cover all of our bases, especially given that Mr. Blunkey was such an influential figure in the conservative movement.
Tanya looks like she's going to say something snarky in response to this, but decides against it.
Yes, of course.
Did he have any enemies that you know of? People with grievances against him, bad blood?
Outside of left Twitter?
What now?
Never mind. Look, I'm not really sure it's relevant, but he had a bit of an altercation here yesterday with one of our producers, Keith Sweeney.
What was the nature of this altercation?
Well, the strange thing is that Keith was out of sorts to begin with because he had been attacked by a dog that morning.
Rowley looks at Tanya with newfound interest. Interior small apartment day. The apartment is stuffed with occult paraphernalia, ancient books, tribal masks, dolls, etc. A young woman, Kelsey, is bagging up vials and jars while Jada, Albert, and Dave wait.
Yeah, the overhead at an occult goods storefront is just untenable these days. Everyone's online, which is kind of liberating.
Kelsey's father, Mark, wanders in from the kitchen wearing a bathrobe.
Kelsey, you're going to wash those dishes in the sink, right?
I'm with customers, Dad.
Mark glares at them, then exits. Kelsey puts the ingredients she's been bagging up into a tote bag and hands it to Jada.
That'll be $53.
Jada looks at Dave.
Can you take Venmo?
Yeah. I'm at Kelsey's Shop of Evil, hyphens between all of the words.
Dave opens Venmo and sets up a payment. In the what's it for section, he writes, "Wear Pitbull stuff," which Venmo autocorrects to emojis of the moon, a dog, and sparkles.
Thank you. If you do end up turning your friend human again, make sure to leave a review and a rating, okay?
Interior apartment night. Keith is in the living room watching a football game on TV. His head darts around as he closely follows the movement on the ball. Keith looks over to the window. It's dusk out. He gets up and steps over to look at the sunset. The moon is rising. Keith starts to squirm at the transformation beginning. Exterior street night. Jada, Albert, and Dave are walking along the sidewalk. Albert tugs on Jada's arm.
I know, Papa. We have been out here too long. The moon is rising. We must hurry and find a safe place.
Interior apartment night. As fur begins to sprout from Keith's skin, there's a knock at the door.
Hello?
Interior hall continuous. Detective Rowley stands outside the door of Keith and Dave's apartment.
Mr. Sweeney, are you in?
Interior apartment continuous. Keith purses his lips, trying to keep from making any sound, and staggers around as his muscles start to bulge. He accidentally knocks over a chair. Interior hallway continuous.
Hello, I can hear somebody's in there.
Interior apartment continuous. Keith falls to the floor as his body continues to contort.
Go away.
Hallway continuous.
I'm coming in.
Rowley draws a gun and kicks the door in. Interior apartment continuous. As Rowley enters the apartment, we see Keith's floor level black and white POV as he rushes at Rowley. Interior Starbucks night. A customer is waiting outside the restroom. The restroom door opens and Jada exits, leading a pit bull, Albert, on a leash. The customers look at them in confusion. Exterior street night. Albert and John, 20s, are walking along the sidewalk. Alex is looking around nervously.
Do you hear something over there? I keep thinking I'm going to run into that killer pit bull.
That whole thing's a crock. Media panic over pit bulls is all about sublimated reactionary fear of minorities and the poor. The dogs themselves are just a metaphor.
Pit Keith jumps out, tackles John to the ground, and bites his intestines out of his belly. Alex screams and runs away. Exterior Keith and Dave's block night. Dave and Jada walk down the sidewalk with Jada leading Pit Albert on a leash. Jada is carrying the bag they got from Kelsey.
So how does this ritual work? I used to have to give our family dog its flea medication, and that was...
They turn around the corner to see their apartment building surrounded by police, animal control officers, and local news trucks.
Oh shit, this is going to be a problem.
A cop, Officer Imbriglio, notices Albert.
Oh my God, that's it.
No, this is not the dog you're looking for.
Cops and animal control officers aim their guns at Albert.
Ma'am, step away from the dog.
This is a different dog. Different dog.
Albert starts to growl at the assembled officers.
Take him down.
An animal control officer fires a tranquilizer dart into Albert's hide. Albert slumps to the ground and passes out. Cops run up to Jada.
You're the owner?
Officer, you must let us go. There is a man dog on the loose, and only I can return it to its human form.
I wish I had $1 for every time I heard that one.
Officer Imbriglio starts putting Jada in cuffs.
Officer, stop. The dog that killed those people is still out there.
Hey, you trying to get taken downtown too, pal?
The other cop, Officer Cardona, pulls Dave away.
You don't know what you're doing. We've got to...
Suddenly, Pit Keith leaps out of the shadows, tackles Cardona to the ground, and rips his throat out.
Oh my God, another one.
Kill it!
No, stop.
Dave steps in front of the police and turns to Pit Keith.
Keith, it's me, Dave. You know me, don't you?
Pit Keith looks at Dave warily. We see his black and white POV looking up at Dave. Dave gets down on his haunches.
Come on, pal. It's going to be okay.
Pit Keith steps away from Cardona's corpse and approaches Dave slowly. Dave stretches out his hand and Pit Keith moves closer and closer. Pit Keith gives Dave's hand an affectionate lick. Dave starts laughing maniacally.
You see, it's all right. They're sweet dogs. They're really sweet as long as you don't mistreat them.
A tranquilizer dart slams into Pit Keith's hide and everything goes black. Interior hospital day. Keith is lying in a hospital bed. He slowly wakes up and sees Dave standing over him along with several police officers and Dr. Baldwin.
Where am I?
Keith, do you remember what happened?
There was a cop busting into our apartment, but after that, oh my God, did I hurt anyone else?
The cop starts furiously scribbling notes.
What happened? How long have I been here?
You've been in custody about 12 hours. You were transferred to our care after you transformed.
And Keith, you were fixed.
Really? You were able to remove the curse?
No, I mean, while they thought you were just a dog, they fixed you.
Keith stares at Dave for a second, then looks underneath his bedsheet and lets out a long howling scream. A flash of lightning and thunder brings us back into interior subway train night. Hoff is still addressing the handful of passengers left on the train.
Neutering a werepit really takes some balls. I hope you enjoyed that shaggy dog story, but I'm afraid we've now come to
Hoff stands by the train sliding doors.
the end of the line.
Hoff waits for the doors to open. They don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held due to train traffic ahead of us. Thank you for your patience. We hope to get moving again shortly.
Hoff sighs and sits down next to a bored commuter.
Hey, this subway system, that's the real horror story, am I right?
The commuter doesn't respond. Hoff sits there awkwardly for a moment, then takes out his phone and starts playing a game with the speakers on. End of pilot. Hey, great job, Hoff.
Yay.
Great job,
Good job. Great work.
Thank you, guys.
That was a lot of fun. Okay, now we're gonna do Entourage of Hacks, which is it's basically an episode of Entourage, but it has some characters from Hacks in it. And I'm wearing a Knicks jersey because I'm playing Turtle. Yeah. So yeah, give it up. Leave it to Hoff, who's reading screen directions.
Entourage of Hacks, written by Ryan Sartor. Interior small house day. Vince Chase, Eric Murphy, Turtle, and Johnny Drama are watching Medellin on TV. On screen, Vince is snorting cocaine and shooting a gun.
God, I love this movie.
Remember that PA I accidentally shot and killed on set? That shit would not fly in 2022.
It barely flew in. I had to smoke up those Colombian cops so they cover up for us.
They took all our weed. Good times.
Vince's phone dings. He sees a push notification from Wells Fargo.
Hey, the bank just buzzed me to say that my account has just reached $0.
Oh, I didn't think your email was connected to that.
Turtle reaches down and grabs a video camera. He starts filming.
What the fuck are you doing, Turtle?
I told you, Drama. I'm going to make an amazing documentary about this time in our life.
In the future, if any of you guys need to borrow money, just ask.
Don't look at me, baby bro. I'm raking in the money with my podcast, Johnny Bananas, Unpeeled.
Drama's getting all that ad revenue. People want to buy dick pills from someone who actually has to use them.
You're talking while you film. Who are you, Michael Moore?
Give me some credit. I just finished the Werner Herzog masterclass.
Seriously though, who overdrafted on my account?
Vince, can you say that one more time into the camera?
Actually, Vince, since you haven't worked in a little while, I'm the one who floated you some cash from my personal savings.
I'm broke? Well, maybe we should sell the house.
This is a rental. Ari is actually our landlord.
Eric watches Turtle filming them.
Turtle, knock it off. This isn't the fucking Kardashians.
Come on, E. If we're getting run out of LA, shouldn't we leave behind a Sundance winning documentary to be remembered by?
With you directing, we'll be lucky if it gets into Slam Dance.
Wait, so did you guys all know I was broke?
We didn't want to bother you about it, baby bro.
Yeah, Vince. What's that saying? Ignorance is bussin'.
But what about that phone call I got last week from Martin Scorsese?
Drama sheepishly raises his hand.
That was my flawless Marty impression over the phone.
I had a 22-minute Zoom call with Leonardo DiCaprio yesterday.
That one was me, Vince. I was a little surprised you bought me as Leo, since I was wearing the exact same outfit I have on right now.
The truth is, Vince, your career has gone a little cold. We didn't know how to tell you.
Okay, but I have had some really close auditions recently. Remember when I almost booked the role of Dan Humphries on Gossip Girls?
That was a squeaker. It was also 15 years ago.
What about when I auditioned for the male lead on Easy A?
Getting closer, 12 years ago.
Okay, but I actually did get offered the lead in that next Netflix show, You, before they took it away.
Yeah, Vint, as your manager, I can confidently say, as long as Penn Badgley wants a job, you won't get it.
Well, fuck it. Let's just move back to Queens. Unless you got anything else lined up for me.
Yeah, actually, Tom Holland is calling.
Turtle jumps up from the couch and runs into the other room.
Nice try. Something real.
No, I don't.
Turtle, Eric, Drama, and Vince all hang their heads. Suddenly, Eric's phone rings.
Holy shit, it's Ari.
Eric answers.
What up, pizza boy? It's your best friend / landlord.
You better have good news.
I got our boy a meeting with Deborah motherfucking Vance today at 3 p.m.
Holy shit. Is Penn Badgley up for it?
Nope. He dated Deborah's daughter DJ. Say that 3 times fast. And she fucking hates him. As you Italians would call it, persona non grata.
That's Latin, Ari, and I'm Irish.
Fuck it. Penn Badgley did an Irish exit out of DJ's hoo-ha.
Somehow that's a lot worse. Just say,
Nope. My wife has forbidden me from using that word. Speaking of my wife, she's also kicking you guys out of that house. So where I have so generously let you live rent-free.
There's a loud noise behind Ari.
what the fuck is that racket?
I'm at the gym. You should try it sometime.
I can't believe you kicked Vince out of his house.
It's the wife, not me. And if we're throwing around blame E, I put a fucking roof over Vinny's head for the last year. What'd you ever do for him? Make him a homemade pizza, but instead of cheese, you use your, I'm not allowed to say that word either.
Let's talk about the details in person. Lunch at 1 p.m.
Meet me at the Westfield Century City Food Court.
Jesus, Ari, you want me to bring a coupon?
My whole career is being dragged down by your bullshit. And now the consequences of that have finally reached your taste buds. Deal with it, my vertically challenged friend.
Ari hangs up. E turns to the boys.
Vince, you've got a meeting with Deborah Vance.
Holy shit. I love that CBS script. Way to go, Ari.
Badgley doesn't want the job?
Don't listen to drama, Vince. You got this. But also, is Badgley up for it?
Deborah took him out of consideration. He fucked her daughter DJ, and I guess it ended badly.
Holy shit. I fucked her daughter DJ, and it also ended badly.
Jesus, Ben, do you still have her number? Maybe you could make amends.
I disagree with E. What if she forgot Vinny was an asshole and now he's reminding her?
No, he's right. It's the gentlemanly thing to do in the era of #MeToo.
Don't say those words, baby bro.
Shit burns my ears.
Vince sends a text message. His phone dings.
DJ's in. Lunch at the Palms?
Eric hands Vince $40.
Better make it Chipotle.
Are you sure we shouldn't just go back to Queens? Our mom's the best cook.
I dream about her pasta carbonara. Plus, I can podcast from anywhere.
Come on, guys. Over the past 20 years, we built up a life here in Los Angeles. There are a handful of people we sort of like who we hang out with every 6 months to talk shit about people that we like even less. You really want to just leave all that behind?
Seems like we could replicate that experience with a few Zoom calls.
Shut up, Turtle. He's right. Let's give it one last shot.
Fuck it, I'm in. I'll drive.
Exterior Chipotle restaurant day. Turtle drives up with Vince in the passenger seat and Drama in the backseat. Drama hands Vince an envelope.
See if you can get DJ to sign this NDA. My lawyer says they're effective retroactively.
I'll be okay, Drama. Thank you.
Vince gets out of the car. Turtle and Drama drive off.
God, I could really go for a donut.
Don't tempt me, drama.
Drama is looking at his phone.
Sorry, Turtle. I'm too stressed out over my latest podcast numbers. Too happy donut.
Turtle rolls his eyes and drives off. Interior Happy Donut day. Turtle and Drama walk into the donut shop.
See, now that I'm here, I want to get a vanilla sprinkled, a maple bar.
Hey, you could have waited in the car.
Turtle and Drama hear a voice coming from behind the counter, distractedly putting donuts away.
Hold on, just one sec. Welcome to Happy Donut. Fellas, hey, what are you doing?
Ari, are you a fucking Happy Donut employee?
What? Why would you think that?
Because you're standing behind the counter and you just took our order and you look really surprised like, oh shit, I'm caught.
All right, guys, listen, things have been really tough for me getting deals for clients and the fucking WGA bullshit. They put this idea in everyone's head that they don't need an agent.
Oh, wait, Ari. You represent me. Do I need you?
Yes, you need me, and obviously I need you. Seriously, guys, just please don't tell Vince about this.
Silence is golden.
Yeah, Ari, we got you.
Thanks, I really appreciate. Wait, are you filming?
Reveal Turtle holding a camcorder.
Don't worry, Ari. My doc's going to be a masterpiece. Laura Poitras is a major influence.
Henry, the Happy Donut manager, walks up behind Ari and crosses his arms.
Are you on break, Ari?
Actually, fuck it. I'm quitting right now. Hey, Henry, go fill your cheeks with cream filling. I'm out.
Ari throws off his apron and exits with Drama and Turtle. He waits until they drive off, and then he puts his apron back on and goes inside.
Henry, baby, I'm sorry I had to yell at you. I got to keep up appearances.
It's fine. Can you wash up the cruller tray?
I'm going to clean that shit so good you could roll your glazed cock across it.
Why do you say stuff like that?
I don't know.
Interior SUV day. Turtle drives with Drama in passenger seat. They call Eric.
What's up, guys? I'm headed to lunch with Ari.
He might be late, E.
Yeah, he's finishing up his shift at Happy Donut.
Jesus, really?
Apron, hat, and everything. It was a sad, sad sight.
Interior Chipotle restaurant day. Vince sits across from DJ Vance from Hacks eating lunch.
Thanks for meeting up.
Happy to, Vince, but Chipotle.
Yeah, sorry. I've been having some cash flow issues.
I always love a burrito bowl. So, what's on your mind?
I'm actually meeting with your mom this afternoon.
Ooh, can you wear this necklace at the meeting? I'm trying to prove to her that the jewelry that I make is popular.
DJ takes out a necklace made of huge green rocks and puts it around Vince's neck.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to apologize for how things went down with us.
What do you mean?
I feel like I didn't end things in the best way.
End things? We're just friends.
Well, yeah, we're friends, but I'm talking about before when we dated.
We did not date.
Or hooked up, whatever you want to call it.
The closest thing we got to anything was when you flirted with me at the Gossip Girl premiere, but I ended up going home with that asshole Penn Bagley.
God, he beats me to everything. And you're right. Oh, I went home that night with the Coat Girl, and you should have seen her. She looks exactly like you.
This is maybe the most insulted that I have ever been in my entire life.
Got it. Well, all the same, if you could not tell your mom that I'm an asshole.
You are an asshole. You can't even remember who you fucked. I am definitely telling her.
Damn it. This was a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy, huh?
I wouldn't call you prophetic. You're mostly just an idiot.
That's fair.
And give me back my necklace.
Take my life. Leave my necklace.
Never mind, smartass. And you still have to wear it.
Exterior Westfield Century City food court day. Eric sits across from Ari. They're eating lunch.
Pizza boy, you're looking a little thin. Feel free to double up on the Panda Express. My treat.
That's okay. This is plenty. Thanks.
So, listen. Last month was really the final extension on the house. I don't want to kick you guys out, but I gotta. Well, maybe I want to kick you guys out a little.
It's all good. We really appreciate the time you've given us.
Hold on. What is up with this peace and love fucking attitude of yours?
What? Nothing, Ari. Let's talk about the Deborah Vance meeting.
Those little fucks, Drama and Tortoise, told you I was working at the donut shop, didn't they?
They may have mentioned it, yeah.
Listen, I've fallen pretty far in my career, but never so far that I will accept pity from a short ginger fuck like you.
It's not pity. We'll just find another place to live.
If you think I'm letting you guilt move out of that house, you're out of your mind. You're staying.
But what about your wife?
I'll deal with her, and I'm calling Deborah Vance again. I'm gonna make sure this deal goes through.
Actually, Ari, let us handle that.
Do you think I've lost my heat?
Maybe just a little. Sorry.
Ari gets out of his seat, hurt, as Eric eats more orange chicken. Interior CBS office conference room day. Deborah Vance and Ava Daniels from Hacks are alone, sitting on one side of a long table.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
Chase is not exactly my cup of tea, but don't you want to be on one of those big CBS sitcoms that runs for 10 years?
I can already see the overall deal stars in your eyes. You're going to ride this one season of this to some esoteric FX on Hulu bullshit where all the characters dress as farm animals, and it's a critique of an alternate universe Hillary Clinton presidential administration.
It's pretty close. My dream job is running a show that's on the New York Times top 10 list and then canceled after 18 episodes.
Interior SUV day. Turtle drives as Vince sits in the passenger seat. Drama and Eric in the back.
I'm hoping we can get to the meeting before DJ tells Deborah about lunch.
Jesus, Vince, DJ and that Coke girl look nothing alike.
Hey, speaking of women's issues, I've got a great idea for Deborah. Did you see that olden times Me Too movie, The Last Duel?
No, I missed that one.
Oh, man, no one understands women like Ridley Scott. Here's my pitch. You and Deborah Vance in medieval times dealing with modern issues. The Last Duel addressed rape. This show is about vaccines.
I don't think they had vaccines in the 1400s drama.
Exactly. No one will expect it.
Turtle is recording all of this with his camcorder.
God, drama. You're getting canceled when this doc comes out.
Suddenly, there's a loud noise and the car starts shaking.
Damn it, Turtle. Did you get a flat?
You're blaming me? It's an act of God.
Pull over. I'll swap out the spare. I had a small part in Days of Thunder. Got cut.
We're already driving on despair. We couldn't afford to replace it.
Shit. I'll call Deborah's people. Tell them we're running late.
Interior CBS office conference room day. Deborah taps her nails on the table as Ava types on her phone.
What do you think of this idea?
It better be about my show and not the new artsy one you want to pitch.
No, it's for you.
Oh, really? Okay, what is it?
I thought it would be good to do a runner where you say really snarky things about how people look.
Let me look at that.
Deborah grabs Ava's phone and reads the note.
Ken Griffey Jr. Seattle Mariners biopic, metaphor for climate change. What's the metaphor?
Still working it out, but put on the spot. It rains in Seattle. That's climate change, right?
Oh my God, sometimes I think it's raining inside your brain.
Deborah looks at the clock on the wall.
Wait, hold on. I almost have a comeback.
No, too late. Okay, I'm done waiting for Aquaman. Let's go.
Right as Deborah stands up, Vince, Eric, Turtle, and Drama walk through the door.
Sorry, I'm late, Deborah, and Deborah's assistant.
Actually, I'm a writer.
Okay, writer assistant.
All right, let's get this meeting started.
What's your excuse
I'm sorry.
for being late?
Hey, Deborah, how about a little respect? Vince was the star of Medellin.
I don't know what that is.
Damn, that was sort of my backdoor way of asking if you'd seen it. I had a small part.
Okay, Ava, Medellin, please give me and Vince the room.
No, my name isn't Medellin.
Ava pulls Drama away. Eric follows, as does Turtle, still filming. Deborah crosses her arm as Vince paces.
Listen, Deborah, I'm sorry I'm late, but you really don't have to embarrass me like this.
Okay, I need to know who I'm dealing with, honey.
Is that PC? Calling each other honey?
I'm calling you, honey. Okay, why were you late?
We got a flat and we don't have any money, so we didn't have a spare, okay?
Well, at least you didn't fuck over my daughter.
No, DJ and I are great friends.
Oh, good. Okay. God, I hate Penn Badgley.
Oh, me too, Deborah.
All right, you passed that test. Kind of funny that you're friends with my daughter, but you'd be playing my husband on the show, right?
Vince grabs a script off the table and flips through it.
Oh, no. That can't be right. Your husband.
Wow, you really know how to charm a lady.
I thought I was going to be playing the hip vaping neighbor.
That character is 12 years old. Okay, hearing it out loud, we should change that.
I can play 12. I'll shave.
Interior CBS office hallway continuous. Ava waits outside. Turtle is staring at her, filming.
I actually don't consent to your filming.
Turtle puts down the camera.
I just learned that word last week, and now it's popping up everywhere.
Drama and Eric are standing on the other wall of the hallway. Drama turns to Eric quietly.
Hey, E, I don't want to screw things up for Vince, but do you mind if I pitch something to Deborah's assistant there?
Pitch. Drama, you're not a writer.
What are you talking about? I write every episode of my Johnny Bananas podcast.
You're just talking. You don't actually write anything down.
You're a snob, E. I'm a creator, and I'm going in.
Drama walks up next to Ava.
You work for Deborah?
I work with Deborah.
I actually had an idea for her. Remake of The Big Chill, where the friends all stay in a house together because the government wants them to get the COVID vaccine, and they refuse. Deborah would play the Kevin Costner role.
Kevin Costner wasn't in The Big Chill.
God, you young ones. He played the guy who killed himself. Got cut out of the movie. Deborah would play him as a ghost haunting the friends.
Does the ghost die from COVID?
That would be unfaithful to the original. I never embarrass myself like that. Her character kills herself rather than getting the vaccine.
You're vaccinated, right?
That's a personal question.
Interior CBS office conference room continues. Deborah and Vince sit across from each other.
All right, so you don't want the part.
Well, maybe your character could be a cougar. So it makes more sense.
Cougar? Give me a break.
What? I can't say that word?
What's the male equivalent of cougar?
Men are always called snakes, right?
Oh, women are called that too.
Oh, yeah. And Taylor Swift had that whole album rollout. I used to date her.
Okay, I don't want to do the math on that age gap. God, Vince, you are a real piece of shit.
I totally am. So, when did the execs get here?
There's no execs. They're just letting me use the room.
Then how do I read for them?
You're reading from me. And if I feel like it, I can beg the network to consider you.
Ah, got it. And I guess with the way I've been behaving, you're not going to do that.
You're smarter than you look, but just barely.
Suddenly, Ari bursts into the room in his classic Armani suit. Deborah points at Ari.
What is that on your face?
Ari wipes his cheek and tastes it.
You wish, Deborah. Bavarian cream.
Why would I wish for that?
Don't let the pink sprinkles fool you. I'm still a killer. My boy is still a star.
Oh, God, I don't know, Ari. Kind of love the idea of you getting run out of town.
You think you want that, but you don't.
Ah, yes, the female brain.
Come on, Deborah. Who but me in Hollywood has the guts to tell Michelle Obama to fuck off right to her face?
I can't imagine anyone would ever let you in a room with Michelle. Also, what did she do?
Nothing. It was just an example.
Okay, you really need this?
I need it. And Vinny really needs it. Isn't that right?
I know I was being a brat earlier, but it would be an honor of a lifetime to work with you, Deborah. I mean it.
Okay, well, I don't love the I mean it part, but okay, maybe we'll try it out.
And Deborah, just want to add, still a good lay if you're interested.
Is that true?
No.
Right as Deborah is about to shake Vince's hand, DJ runs into the room.
Don't do it, Mom. Vince is an asshole. Me with Penn Bagley.
I thought you hated Penn Badgley.
He's pissing me off less than Vince right now.
So sorry, not trying to take business away from my boy here, but isn't there a third male actor in Hollywood?
Okay, stay out of it, Ari.
Get your head out of your ass.
Interior CBS office hallway day. Vince and Ari walk back into the hallway. Penn Badgley, star of Gossip Girl and You, walks toward them.
Hey, Vincent. I heard you snaked your way into the room when you heard I wasn't up for it.
I just figured there's plenty to go around. You booked so many jobs I was up for.
Yeah, and I'm going to book this one too, you fucking loser. Do you know why?
I feel like you're going to say something like, because I'm Penn Badgley.
Because I'm Penn fucking Badgley. That's right.
Penn walks in the room with Deborah, closing the door. Angle on drama with his phone, with headphones in. Ava looks at his screen. He's listening to the Johnny Bananas podcast.
You have good taste.
Hold up. Are you hitting on me?
No, you idiot. I'm talking about Johnny Bananas. That shit's hilarious.
Are you kidding me? This is my podcast. I'm Johnny Bananas.
Wait, you're Johnny Drama? I thought your name was Mendelin or for some reason. Have you ever thought about doing a live action show based on your life?
Hell yeah. Like Louis?
I was thinking more like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
The comparison has to be Louis or I walk.
Atlanta?
I'm getting ready to leave.
Fine, Louis. My point is we could develop a show together.
Eric, Vince, and Ari look to the door.
They're done.
They watch as DJ and Penn Badgley walk away.
Hey, so what are you doing later?
Fuck off.
Deborah walks out and turns to Vince.
I always thought Dan Humphrey was a creep. Let's do this.
Vince hugs Deborah. Ari, Eric, Turtle, and Drama all join in.
Fucking back, baby.
I guess we don't have to move back to Queens after all.
More good news, guys.
Turtle pulls out his cell phone.
I've been secretly filming this whole time. Maybe there's a doc in it.
Christmas is busy time at the donut shop, but I'm free all of January, baby.
Now, come on, guys. Let's go in the parking lot and beat the shit out of Badgley before he leaves.
Vince, Eric, Ari, Turtle, and Drama run down the stairs. Deborah turns to Ava.
What a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. That was a lot of
Yay!
fun. I really appreciate it.
Fun time.
Great job. Give it up for this cast. Thanks, everybody watching on YouTube. And have a